While there hasn't been a splashy signing on the offensive line yet, like last year's Terron Armstead or even Connor Williams, the latest moves show that the team is not resting on its laurels. The Dolphins recently re-signed veteran Kendall Lamb and brought back tackle Jerron Christian. Now, Lamb only played in one game at left tackle in the 2022 season. In fact, he's likely to assume a similar role this upcoming season. Of course, Dolphins fans, but there's definitely room for some friendly competition at left guard and right tackle. While Lamb only played left tackle during his one start for the Dolphins last season, he has some starting experience as a right tackle. In fact, he started 13 of his 15 games for the Houston Texans back in 2018. So there's no doubt that he could be a real contender for that starting spot. The Dolphins have been making all sorts of exciting moves this offseason. They recently snagged star cornerback Jalen Ramsey from the Los Angeles Rams and added quarterback Mike White to back up Tua Tagovailoa. Plus, they decided to bring back running backs Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson. Of course, the real question on everyone's mind is who else the Dolphins are going to add to their roster. With a light load of draft picks heading into the 2023 NFL Draft, it seems like any big names will have to come from free agency or trades. That being said, the Dolphins still have their highest upcoming pick, which is the number 51 overall pick of the draft. And with a high priority to protect Tua in the upcoming season, there's a good chance they'll be looking for some serious talent on the offensive line. So don't be surprised if they decide to spend that second-round pick on a top-tier offensive lineman. Let me know what you think about this signing down in the comments. They also added interior offensive lineman Dan Feeney from the New York Jets, who could potentially compete with Liam Eichenberg for the starting left guard position. Although Feeney has extensive starting experience, having started every game for the Los Angeles Chargers from 2018 to 2020, he only started 7 of 33 games for the Jets. Christian, who joined the Dolphins late last season after a stint with the Kansas City Chiefs, didn't get any playing time. Nevertheless, these moves appear to be depth signings to augment the offensive line's performance, which was adequate but not great last season. The Dolphins have invested in players like Eichenberg and 2020 first-round pick Austin Jackson, giving them every opportunity to start at left guard and right tackle, respectively. The sample size for these players at their positions is still small, particularly after Jackson missed most of last season due to ankle issues. The Dolphins are confident that their offensive line can get the job done, with the nucleus up front remaining largely the same. Inadequate play at left guard and right tackle could jeopardize the team's performance on offense, but the definition of inadequate remains to be seen. Last season, the offensive line was more than adequate when Armstead was in the lineup at left tackle. However, pass protection was inadequate when Armstead was absent. While it's possible that the Dolphins could add a frontline player to help out the offensive line, they only have so much money and cap space to work with. The team has already added a big name with cornerback Jalen Ramsey, so there's still a possibility of a big-name player joining the offensive line. Ultimately, the Dolphins are hoping for continued development from their young players with the depth to make it work if issues arise. The key to the offensive line's success will be as much about Armstead staying in the lineup as any potential signings that could be made. Nevertheless, the Dolphins are looking to run it back, and they're counting on the offensive line to continue improving. Matt Feiler is about to hit the market, and he's definitely someone the Miami Dolphins should keep an eye on. The Chargers just released him after agreeing to terms with Trey Pipkins, and it's a perfect opportunity for the Dolphins to swoop in and snatch him up. The Dolphins are pretty set at left tackle, center, and right guard, but there's definitely a need at left guard and right tackle. Interestingly enough, Feiler can play both left guard and right tackle, and he's got the experience to back it up. He started 33 out of 34 possible games at left guard over the past 2 seasons with the Chargers, and he spent 4 seasons in Pittsburgh, starting a total of 40 games. The best part? Feiler is only 30 years old, which means he's still got plenty of gas left in the tank. He's a reliable player who knows how to protect his quarterback and open up lanes for his running back, and he's got a great work ethic to boot. Feiler's versatility means that he can step in and play multiple positions in case of injuries or other unforeseen circumstances and really go a long way in protecting our franchise quarterback. So, Miami Dolphins, what are you waiting for? go out there and sign Matt Filer. He's a great player who will bring experience and versatility to the team, and with the Chargers saving $6.5 million by releasing him, you might be able to get him at a great price. Let me know what you think, Dolphin fans. Should we go after Matt Filer? The Miami Dolphins have been making moves during this free agency period, but they haven't added much to their offensive line. This is causing some concern among the Dolphins fan base. But don't lose hope. It looks like they might be adding some help soon. Rumor has it that the Dolphins are in contact with multiple offensive tackles, including George Fant, who previously played for the New York Jets and Seattle Seahawks. Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel are discussing bringing him into the team. Fant's journey to the NFL was quite interesting. He went undrafted due to only playing 1 year of college football at Western Kentucky University. But in 2016, he signed with the Seattle Seahawks and played with them for 4 seasons before moving on to the New York Jets in 2020, where he played right tackle. Now, the Dolphins need some big help at right tackle. Austin Jackson, who is currently the presumed starter at the position, had a rough 2022 season due to injuries. It's time for some competition, and Fant might just be the guy to provide it. Not only that, but Fant could also be a solid backup for Teron Armstead, the oft-injured left tackle. This could prove to be crucial for the team's success. So, will the Dolphins be able to close the deal with Fant? Only time will tell. But as free agency continues, we'll be sure to keep you updated on any developments. Stay tuned, Phinhub fam.